Alrighty, what's up, guys? It's day 3 of doing interview prep. Sorry, I need to shut that. Today I'm hoping to get through these 3 problems. We'll see if I can get through all 3 of them. I hope to not have this go longer than like an hour and a half-ish, because I have another assignment to do. But yeah, I need to keep prepping, so I still don't have a time scheduled for actually interviewing. Like I set my availability on Monday, and they haven't got back to me. So it could be as soon as this Monday. Could be as late as like 2 weeks from now. But either way, I'm not going to go into this thing unprepared. So we're just going to do it. 2 of these I know I've done before at some point in my life. Where the computer's like killing itself. Jesus. Did I not nuke Firefox? I should have nuked Firefox. Lots of things are taking up my space. Whatever. I'm just gonna try to get going on this. Ooh, that's really laggy. Alright, whatever. How can I get around this? What if I turn this brightness all the way down and it doesn't render that? Is that gonna help at all? Maybe. Alright. But yeah, these 2 I've seen before, obviously. But it's been a while since I've done them, so I kind of forget them a little bit. So yeah. Alright, given an m by n 2D binary grid, which represents the maps of 1s, which is land, and 0s, this is water, return the number of islands. An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. They assume all 4 edges of the grid are surrounded by water. I'm pretty sure the solution here is just to DFS. Check if you're a 1. If you're a 1, you flip it. If you're a 1, you flip to a 0. And each time you have like an outer loop, and you're just calling DFS on every part of the grid. And then every time you actually hit one of those, then you just consider that a 1. I'm pretty sure that's the solution here. So DFS. What do we need here? So height equals the length of the grid, and the width is equal to the length of the grid at 0. What else do we need? Something like this, maybe. It takes in a row and a column. Return the row has to be greater than or equal to 0, and the row has to be less than the width, and the height has to be greater than or equal to 0, and the height has to be less than, this should be the column, to be less than or equal to the height. Oh, my girlfriend is calling me. Alright, we're gonna go mic off for right now. Okay. Sorry about that. So what are we going to actually DFS? I'm going to DFS with some row and some column. What is valid? Valid is, I need to put this at the end. So, if not is valid, RC, turn if grid RC is not equal to a 1, right, and we can also return, I could probably bake this in, but I kind of like this as 2F statements. What else do we need to do here? I think we just need to keep DFSing and swap them. It's definitely something we can do. We have our directions, which is 0, 0, 0, 1. Not 0, 0, what am I saying? Can we go 1, 1? No. I haven't done this in so long. There's just 4 directions, right? Surely I'm not this stupid. For dx, or d row, d column, directions. Let's call our DFS. We first need to change grid at RC. Let's go to 0. And then we just simply do R plus dr, C plus dc. And then we go originally over the loop for R in range. C in range with if grid at RC is equal to R1, it's called DFS, and then RC, let's say our res is equal to 0, let's plus equal that, and let's return this. I think this is right. How's it out of range? Okay. Cool. Good with that one. I remember there being a trick to this one. Unfortunately, I don't remember the trick. We're given an array of k linked lists. Each linked list is sorted in ascending order. Merge all the linked lists into one sorted linked list and return it. So they're all sorted to begin with. Ah, fuck. I remember it's something to deal with the fact that like merge two sorted lists is like a solved problem. But I don't remember how that helps me here. I completely forget how I do this. So like it's a list of linked lists. I mean, obviously the naive solution is just like put everything into a list and sort it. Ah, fuck. What's the trick with this? There has to be a trick that I'm forgetting. I can literally see the code chunks in my head. I just can't remember how I separated this. Bro, fuck. Like, do we make a recursive thing that's like def merge lists? I think it's that. I think we just make like the merge list thing. And it's like we take the first two, merge those, then take that one and the next one, and just like keep squashing. I don't know if I love that, but that like works. So, like my brain just like is telling me, like it's screaming that I have to just chunk this. And the only way I can think to chunk it is if I just keep the squashing. But that seems so inefficient. Fuck my life. Well, this is going to be two lists. And then to merge two lists, well, list one and list two. If list one dot value is greater than or equal to list two dot val, my mom is sending me shit posting Instagram things right now. What a world I live in. So if list one is greater than list two, then our cur.next will be equal to a list node that is a value equal to list2.val. List2 will be equal to list2.next. Else cur.next equals list node at value equal to list1.val, and list1 will equal to list1.next. And in both cases, cur will equal the cur.next. Need to like finish them out. I forget the clean way of doing this. I know I can just do 2 while loops, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. While list one. We have this thing for lists. When is your interview? It's not scheduled yet. I just had the behavioral on Monday. I gave them my availability. So up to them. I think sometime, I'd assume sometime next week. But if not, maybe the week after. But regardless, I do kind of really want this job, so I'm going to try my best to make sure the leetcode isn't the reason I don't get it. If I don't get it for some other reason, then whatever. Okay, so how do we actually merge these things? Because because why? Like, I'm thinking like if you have like these, who's it for? It's for Pinterest. So it'd be for Pinterest sweet intern. Obviously, I mean, it's incredibly competitive. I'm not like thinking I bagged it, but technicals don't come along very often for me, so I'd rather not fail it. But anyways, like, so we have these 3 things, and what we have implemented is like we can merge these 2. So I think we did like some type of res, and then these 2 will go into the res, and then that one will go to here. And then each time we just like squash it. How much do you expect to get paid for your first job? Lee, I have no idea. Like, actually no idea. It really depends what I end up doing and where, too. Like, obviously, if you live in California, you get paid more. But I don't know. Went like 4 months with that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. So it's like the times you get it, you gotta make sure you don't waste it. You know. I guess we have to guard here, which kind of sucks. If not lists, is that what it's called? Lists. Turn that. This is kind of stupid the way I'd have to do this. Because like if we have one list, we also can't call merge. So it's like we need at least 2. It's just like a lot of if cases. I guess we can just change this to if the length of lists, dude, my computer's so fucking laggy, is less than 1. And then we can just change it to if the length, so just make this like n. If n is equal to 1, then just return that. So then just return lists at 1. Else, let's make some type of res. Do we even need to do this? I don't know if we need to do this. But I don't really know the right way of doing it, so I'm just going to keep going. Even though this is definitely just stupid. Or no, I could change this to, this would be 0. Res equals list at 0, and then we could do a loop from 1 to n. And then do res equals merge lists. Is that what I called it? Merge. We're going to merge res and lists and I. And then we're just going to return res. Nope. Okay. Obviously, because I changed this to n. Bro. Is that what they want? Nope. How did we lose a 4? I always forget what the return value should actually be here. Should it just be none? I like forget what it wants. Okay, it does want none. Okay. So why do we not get this? So while we have some list 1 and we have some list 2, if the list1.val is greater than or equal to it, cur.next equals a new list node. Else our cur.next is some list node, and we increment that, and in both cases we increment our cur.next. If we exist with some list 1, also, I know this is like hyper inefficient because we keep like reassigning to res instead of like just appending. Like this would be 145, and this would be 134. So we should be getting like even in the first in-between step, we should be like I'd expect the 4-4 to just already be there. So 1, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so we just skip the 4 here, which makes no fucking sense to me. How are we skipping the 4? I don't know what's going on here. This logic just like seems fine to me. Well, we have both lists. We take the lower one and make that our cur.next, and then we increment it. And then in the case that one is longer, Cur.next. Ah, we don't increment cur here. Okay, let's try that. Okay. I like think I'm gonna time out because this is just like a bad solution. Definitely horribly inefficient, but let's try. Seems like we're gonna time out. Yeah. I can't remember this for the life of me. It's because we're like retraversing way too much. Like we're redoing a ton of work. But I don't know how to make like a nice recursive thing. L2 is... For what? For I in enumerate lists, if node so you like push the first ones and then while the heap exists. Ah, okay. That does make sense. That's really simple. I was going definitely way more with this. Where it's like you implement this, but I definitely got this part wrong. All the length of the list is greater than 1 are merged. Yeah. This is so we're not like repeating a ton of work. It's definitely, it's just a better way of doing this. Okay. Okay. Sure. It makes some sense. I wonder if I just stuck this like a... No, I don't think caching it would help. Look, I was thinking of sticking an @cache here. Because like sometimes that just works. But I think it's a different one each time, so it like wouldn't really matter. Yeah. Memory limit actually, okay. Yeah, the cache is too big. Sure. Okay, so key takeaways here are that I just need to like, I need to not get stuck on like the first idea that I have, because my head kept going back to this. Like I remember just seeing this as a solution to this question like probably 2 years ago now, and I was trying to like recreate it and not think about it as much. Which, like, it would have worked if I just figured out the memory thing. Which is definitely something I should have just done. I should have just thought through this. Because I recognize that we were reworking on res too much. Yeah. Alright, let's quick rework this. So while there's something to merge, can't type right now. Dude, in range. Length. What do we need to go to 0? Like list, which we can't just put in a variable because we're jumping. Go by 2 of them. The list 1 will be list I, and then we got a guard for L2 because we could be going out of bounds here. We'll just set I plus 1 if I plus 1 is less than our length of lists, else none, merged dot append self merge L1 L2. Also realize that this is the smart way. If we don't need to iterate, we can just do create next equals L1 if list 1 if list 1 plus list 2. And then we're always going to group down to that 0th one. Speak out your thinking, it might help, for sure. Yeah, it just goes so much faster because we're not recomputing so much work. Alright, well, sucks to get one wrong, but at least I wasn't that far off. Alright, I'm gonna quick run to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Be right back. go to the next one. What's up, Ben? How's your stream? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Where are the settings? I'm pulling an algorithm, but I couldn't test it because I still need to do something. Fair. Is the leetcode treating you? Not that bad. I mean, I did like 2 things that I like vaguely already remembered, like merged case-sorted lists and number islands, like the classics. But I'm doing that because, let's see, where is it? Oh, give me a second. Opening preview. Like, okay, I can't find this. But essentially, like, in the thing they sent me for like the original document, they had like, here are some retired questions that we've asked previous candidates. Every company loves merge case. I don't think any of them ask it anymore. I think it probably used to be like a good question before everybody like started giga studying, and now they just got to ask harder niche stuff. Because like it's a very easy thing to like. It's like a hard easy, you know. Okay. Now that we have this, we're given an array of CPU tasks. We're making a schedule. I really should be doing scheduling lab, not scheduling lab, paging lab. Where tasks at I is an uppercase English character from A to Z. I'm also given a character integer n. Each CPU cycle allows the completion of a single task. And the task may be completed in any order. The only constraint is that identical tasks must be separated by at least n CPU cycles to cool down the CPU. Turn the min number of CPU cycles required to complete all tasks. So is it just that like the ones that repeat the most have to be given the highest priority? I guess the problem more so is like how do you keep track of like when the last time you did it was? Because like obviously I'm thinking, dude, it is quite funny. But I'm thinking we should convert tasks to like some counter tasks, something like this. Because then we know like how many times we need to still do it. What can we do here? What can we do here? We're gonna need some type of while loop. Or do we just need math? Can we just math this? Because like you can have 1,000 tasks, and worst case, every one of them has an n of 100. That's actually not even that bad. Unless they're like all A. If every single task is A, that'd be quite a while. How do we think about this? It is an interesting problem, actually. It's like, my brain wants to go to like, I don't know, something like stack heap-esque. Or like we keep a stack. Fuck, how do you do this actually? Like, do we keep a dictionary of like last time used or something? I just feel like there should be some math solution to this. Where it's like you don't even need a loop. This can be done in one calculation. I mean, yeah, you could do like the array thing, Ben, but I just don't know how much that helps. Because I think you always want to be, is that even true? I'm thinking like you want to greedy always take the one that shows up the most. Like if we had A, B, we don't just want to start with a B because that's kind of like, is that even true? Does that even help us? Like if we have like 4 A's and we have 2 B's, is it always better to go A, B, and say n equals like 3? So n, then we'd have like nothing, then we'd have A, B, then we'd have nothing, then we'd have A, then nothing, then nothing, then A. Is that better than just doing like B and then A, and then B, and then A, and then nothing, and then nothing, and then A, and then nothing, and then nothing? Or I guess this is for n equals 2, right? It's contrived all the same. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I think you do always want a greedy take like the largest and start with that. So I think we need some type of map of like last ran. You're onto something with the mathy solution, but the best case bound is still O of n because we need to count things. Is there a mathy solution to this? Like, because like how would we get 10 from 4 and 2? Like what? 4 times 2 plus 2? That seems stupid. Like how do we get to 10? How do we get to 5 given this? Look, I'm not seeing some math. I'm not seeing some pattern. 4 minus 1 times 2 plus 1. What? So like, because there's 4 A's and 2, does that hold for this though? So this would be like what? Why are you doing 2 plus 1? Is that like the n? So like that would be, if that's n, then this is 4, then it'd be 4 times 2. Oh, interesting. I guess, does that hold? So this would be 1, and is the distance. I guess, yeah. And that's technically always the worst case, because you always have to go off of like the most. Sure, yeah. For num chars less than or equal to n. I'll check after. I think I'm just going to go the non-math route. Because I think there's something that can fuck up with that period. I just don't... Like, obviously, that's something, but I just don't know if it holds for everything. Because you can have something where, like, the n is like 2, and each number char, like, you have 2 of each number. Yeah, that just breaks for other times. Like, you can imagine a case in which you have, like, I guess I should just go down. Like, say we have 2A and 2B and 2C and 2D and 2F. C, D. Oh, this should be... Like, then our thing would be 1 times 3 plus 1, which is 4, which is just trivially wrong. Place the addendum 1 with a number of chars that equal max count. Is that real? So this would be 4. That's still just trivially wrong. That's 7. Unless you do this, like, are you saying it's like maybe A minus 1 times n plus 1 plus A? So like here A is 4, so then it'd be 3 times, I don't know, say n equals 2. And then 3 times 3 plus 4 would be 16. Alright, so 16. What is that, 13? That still just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, I can try it. Like, say we have A, B, C, D, A, B, C. Yeah, that's just wrong. Because that's like a valid solution. Yeah, I think I just need to do this. I've been streaming the past couple of days, Sid. I just took a little break. Because honestly, I'm just trying to battle burnout, you know? I work 20 hours a week for like a part-time internship, and I have 4 non-trivial classes. So it's a lot of just do work all the time. So then adding on like another hour, 2 hour stream to that was kind of like, I wanted to enjoy my life a little bit. That's going to bite me a little bit because now I have to cram a bunch of prep, but here we are. I can actually just make this a default dict. Okay. How do we sort a dictionary? It seems as if I've looked this up before. Today's daily? Bro, what the fuck is this? That's hilarious. Ben, are you still doing the dailies every day? On stream or no? I mean, I doubt it, but hell no. Then how did you see the daily? Me when I have to write a preemptive scheduler? Dude, me when MLFQ, me when I stride, me when I FIFA, me when I preemptive shortest job remaining, me when I acronym. I'm acronyming my shit right now. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I still need to sort this, what I'm doing. Does this, like, keep a dictionary? Like, why do we have to cast this again? Fucking flashbang. Oh my god. Because I still want... Oh. Is order dict just like a thing? Can I do that from a counter though? Can I do this? I actually don't know. Is this illegal? Can I do this? Please log in to run code. I thought I was already logged in. Alright, let's see. Does it print what I want it to print? Or does it error? X2, Y2, that seems fine. It is what I want. Okay, very cool. You learned something new. Kinda wish one of our OS labs was writing pthread. That would have been cool. Still use Stack Overflow? I mean, for quick things, yeah. Role are you targeting for full time? I don't know. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. If I want to do like systems role, if I want to do just general like backend SWE stuff, if I want to, I don't fucking know. I don't have enough like C++ or Rust projects to like market myself as a systems person, but surely eventually I will. But like for the Pinterest role, it's like a SWE backend. I think that's what I'm prepping for right now. Okay, how the fuck do I do this? What is my while loop condition? I guess I can, like, a funny way to do this is while num tasks. Dude, algos is, I don't know, I mean, 214 was so easy, Ben. I guess, like, design and analysis of algorithms. That class was not fun for me. I hated proofs. Well, num tasks. I actually just don't have a better way of doing this than just like to iterate. Like at each time slice, I just like have to look down, which sucks for Actually, I don't need the v. Okay, and num tasks. If time minus n is less than or equal to last ran at k, then we want to do num tasks at k. It's going to minus equal 1. Last ran at k is now going to be equal to time. And we're going to break. Here, time is going to plus equal 1. And is that it? I don't know. So what we have, oh no, we want to delete. That's also something I wanted to hacky do. If num tasks at k is equal to 0, then we want to just delete num tasks at k. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's try to run it. Huh. Because this would be a time of 2. And this would run at time 0. What if we do that? Time limit exceeded. Youch! Wait, is this right? Wait, okay, so last ran would go to 0 for x, and y would be 1, and then we'd hit time equals 3. And at time equals 3, 3 minus, oh no, time would be equal to 2. So if time would be equal to 2, we actually still don't want to make it. So 2 minus, am I stupid? I think it's time minus this. Has to be greater than n. I don't know why I was doing it the other way. Time minus the last time we ran it, so 2 minus 0 has to be greater than n. 8. Was? Why? Why 8? 8 seems so bad. Because based off of this logic, we'd run x. Like, we'd run x. So this would be stored at time 0. We'd run y. This would be time 1. This would have to be idle. And then we'd hit time 3. 2, 3. In this, our num tasks at k would minus equal 1. Our last run is equal to time. I'm just going to add print statements. This is going to be so ass to debug. So we have I guess we can put if not so we run at 0. The time 0, our num tasks is 2, and we have a default dict. How do we already have x matching to 0? What does default dict initialize to? I thought it was 0. Yeah, it defaults to 0. How does this not work? Are you grad or undergrad? I'm undergrad. I'm a junior. I'm a unk, bro. Like, okay. I'm just like so confused how this actually is something. How is it 0? How is last ran 0 when we haven't even fucking run it yet? I guess I should print k. Oh shit, the goat. What's up, Shaman? How you doing? How the fuck is this getting set, actually? Like, initially it should be 0. Oh, fuck me. It's initially 0 because that's what it fucking gets initialized to, and then we're going at time 0. So this is getting double run. Okay. Cooking dinner right now? Oh shit. That boy chefing. So how do we actually fucking do this? If not last ran. Like, the hackiest way I can do this is, like, has run. This is the worst way of doing this. Everyone look away. I don't care. Okay. This is the worst code I've ever written. But in a way, it's kind of beautiful. Like, it's kind of beautiful. Fuck. Man. Okay, how do I do it? Dude. Dude, Ben, we were there. Man. This just needed... Wait, did I not just, like, write that down? Oh, no, max F and max count are different? So max F is, like 2 in this case. So it's just not A and A, it's A and B. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. Max heap. What if I'm just gonna put this in the ChatGPT. I don't think I'm signed into the ChatGPT on this. Am I? Let's see if I can just ask anyway. This is a stupid way of doing things for... That's fair. Would it not just like always continue down here? This is confusing. This is definitely the key that I was missing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure also Python, doesn't Python auto iterate over keys? Default iterator for dictionary Python. I thought you would just always go over keys anyway. Yeah, you just do go over the keys. I don't need this. I guess it's because I wanted to copy, actually. What if I just change it to this? Lambda -1. Wait, how do you default lambda? No, where's the... Bro. Where's the thing I failed? Nope, still fails. So what if I do list keys? Okay, so what else am I missing? Do you really need this rand thing? It just doesn't seem like real to me. Because wouldn't time go anyway? Like... It still doesn't work. Okay, well, the fucking all-glorious chatbot can't help me, so... Maybe my solution was just that chopped to begin with. Okay, this is just like... This is just bad. Anyway, I should make it work. So how does this heap thing work? So we make a counter of the task. Max heap is a negative count for each one. Okay. And then we make a deck that pairs the highest count and the idle time of it will either exist, increment the time. If we don't have the max heap anymore, then time equals the front. Bro, what the fuck? What is this? Like, if this is the idle time, there's time plus n. So this is like, we're done. Bro. Alright, ChatGPT, explain it to me. This all makes sense. I don't care about that. So Q keeps track of tasks that are on cooldown with negative count being the remaining count of a number or of a letter. The earliest time when this task can be run again. Because we have 2 more instances that can be reused. At time 2, okay. Q is empty and the task cooling down. Oh, so this is a cooldown. This is like everything that's ready. Ah, okay. If the max heap is empty but the tasks are still cooling down, we can jump forward in time. That's fair. If there is something in the heap, we run it. If the cooldown for the task is done, when a task cooldown expires, push it back into the heap. Sure. So just pop it with the new count. Oh, that's so much smarter than what I was doing. Fuck, I'm such an idiot. I'm such a fucking idiot. What joy. I love programming. It always makes me feel so smart. I really can't wait to have this interview, and it's like 3 fucking hards, and it's just like, what Pam? What Pam? What Pam? And it's just, I just get belt to ass for like an hour, and it's like, well, there goes my job. Bats. Negative count for count in count dot values heap dot heapify. I really like calling heapify because it's like a spell. Heapify. You know? I do like that quite a bit. So we have our One Pixel Zestify. Max heap. I'm actually gonna rename this to like to run, and this is going to be on cooldown. While to run, or anything's on cooldown, our time will increment. If we have nothing to run, then our time will be equal to whatever we have on cooldown. We'll just immediately jump to the first thing that we can make available. Else, if we have something to run, the count of that new thing will be 1 plus heapq.heappop from to run. And if count exists, so if it's actually greater than, or if it's less than 0, which means we still have things to do, what did I call this? On cooldown. On cooldown will be our count and our time plus our n. And then if something is on cooldown and the most recent one is equal to our time, and that means we're no longer on cooldown. What do I call this? To run. So push to run on cooldown dot pop left. Yeah, we're just going to push the count to that. That's all we care about for the heap. And we'll just return our time. Literally, if you just renamed these to run and on cooldown, I think I would be able to read this so much better. But instead, we get a Q and max heap. Oopsies. Okay. One Pixel Zestify. Okay. I gotta go do graphics homework. It's already 10 p.m. Guys, this was a stream all time. How much did I learn? I don't know. I'm kind of just an idiot. I think that's what I learned. But we'll keep coming back until eventually maybe I won't be an idiot. So that'll be something to look forward to, I think. Actually, I kind of want to do the daily because it said it was an easy. And that seems like something I should do. And also, the 2 sneaky numbers of Digitville is maybe the best name that I've ever heard. In the town of Digitville, there was once a list of numbers called nums, containing integers from 0 to n minus 1. Each number was supposed to appear exactly once in the list. However, 2 mischievous numbers sneaked in additional time, making the list longer than usual. As the town detective, your task is to find these 2 sneaky numbers. Return an array of size 2, containing the 2 numbers, so peace can return to Digitville. This is really fucking funny. What is even the optimal way to do this? I don't think it's a counter. Like, obviously you can do a counter and do that. But I think you just like single traverse and then just find the appearances. Because then you're at least early breaking. Like, it's still worst case overhand, but you'll like amortize is better. Is that even true? Because we'll need to store even more stuff. Like, is that true? I don't know if that's true. Maybe we just try to one-line it instead of doing something very optimal. Return, val for val in counter of nums dot values if val equal to. No? Was? Oh. Keep. Yippee. Saying break the chain. Okay. I'm gonna go chill for a little bit, do some graphics homework. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I don't know if it's just Ben here, but if it is Ben, appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I'll be back here tomorrow. We're gonna do this shit every day until this fuck ass interview. So yeah, as Ben would say, cheers. Fuck, I'm an asshole. Okay, goodbye.